Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DotaPit League Season number 3 group stages. Team Secret versus Hellraisers now into our second game. The draft getting started here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Of course, like we said, second game. First game, not very close. Hellraisers, unfortunately, on the receiving end of Arteezy. Some ridiculous crits. Kuroki with some really good play on the Venomancer. S4 with some beautiful Magnus plays. Zai with the lassos. And then Puppy obviously getting his Chen. Not a fun game. Hellraisers will take out that Chen immediately here in the draft. Again, we're here on DotaPit. My name is Mont. Joining me today are Statsman, Mont Pax, Pit Muckle, our production manager, and of course, Trouf, my co-caster. Trouf, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. It was a pretty one-sided game, but it was still fun to watch. They definitely needed to ban out the Chen. They do so they ban it out this time. Team Secret's actually the ones to ban out SF themselves. So even though they really like that hero, they still respect the power of it when you can have first pick and pick it up right away. So they take that away from Hellraisers. But yeah, like I said, more importantly, the Hellraisers take out that Chen, which I really think is the bread and butter of Team Secret's best lineup, at least in the drafting stage.
They can get so much done by just sending him into the jungle, and then obviously he comes out occasionally, pushes down towers. We'll get a couple of kills here and there. And from that point on, they just have such an advantage because when you have a hero in the jungle and the enemy team doesn't, you get a bit more farm off the map. It's a bit greedier, but if they aren't running anything to kind of shut you down in your lanes, then you're going to get more out of the map 99% of the time. So Chen, pretty good pickup there. Hellraisers don't want to deal with it. They ban it out. Team Secret ban out the SF as well as the Juggernaut. Two really strong heroes in the current meta. They're going to ban out the SF so that, well, Secret don't have the opportunity to pick it up for Arteezy. They'd rather not have it than give it away to a first pick for Hellraisers. They're thinking about what they want to do. Lines available still, thanks to a Spirit. They could open up with a lot of things here for Hellraisers, and they go for the Venge. Standard choice coming out from Hellraisers, and okay support to be sure.
Yeah, Venge picked up. It's a good overall support. It can swap you out of tons of different things. Say if Team Secret wanted to pick up an axe, it can swap you out of Axe Call. If they wanted to pick up a Clockwork for Zai, it can swap you out of the Cogs, things like that. So just an overall well-rounded support. And I think that on Radiant, first picking, if you wanted to first pick a support, I still think that Lion is quite good. I think Venge is very good on Dire for being able to take a fast Roshan. Obviously, you can still do that if you're on Radiant, but you have a little bit easier access on the Dire side. So I'm interested to see what Team Secret do. You mentioned how if you ban out Chen, you still have the Enigma available. Well, with Vengeful Spirit, maybe you don't pick up the Enigma just because you have the swap, which is one of the best counters to Enigma in the game. So we'll see what Team Secret do.
They have a wide variety of things they can play. I mean, it's not like Puppy can only play Enigma and Chen. Obviously, he's quite well versed in many support heroes, but I mean, you have to expect this. If you ban out, like, say, a Chen or even a Sniper and, like, SF's banned out by Team Secret, they're going to try to get Lycan for Arteezy in any way, shape, or form. This is... We talk a lot about SF. We talk a lot about, say, his Razor, but it feels like more than anything, Lycan is Arteezy's hero. When I think of Lycan, I equate this with Arteezy, specifically in the mid lane, more so than anything else. He's won so many games with this hero. He's made it his living, essentially.
Yeah, and it's really important that they pick up the Axe in the same phase, too, because Axe is one of the best heroes against Lycan in general. Just because you instantly kill those wolves, basically, with level 4 counter Helix. So you can never really attack Axe, and then just being able to keep... Like, Lycan, he actually doesn't have the highest HP pool in the start, and he usually goes for a book early on. So, like, Treads, Vlad's, Midas if you want, and then Book. That's not a lot of HP items, so you can actually get that Culling Blade off very easily. So Axe is a very good hero against Lycan. That's why I said it's very important they picked up Axe in the same picking phase. So they pick up a Bristleback. It's pretty good against Lycan. It's a lot of physical damage if you get those quills stacked up. You can negate a lot of his armor with the viscous nasal goo. Like I mentioned, Axe is deceptively good against Bristleback just because you can make him face yourself. But they have some decent tools against Lycan early on, like Vengeful Spirit, negative armor, Bristleback, negative armor using physical damage. So, but Team Secret definitely strike with a very good duo here early on.
Yeah, this feels like it synergizes as well. It's pretty good against the Bristleback, like you talked about, because of the taunt. Lycan can run away from the goo if he has Shapeshift up, which pretty early on in the game, it's not that 40-second cooldown at its third level, which is where it really thrives. But Lycan still, he has to be careful of the Quill Spray stacks, like you mentioned. Bristleback, though, this is what I was talking about. I feel like more teams probably start picking this hero up because of how well he was played by Secret at DAC and other teams as well. So Bristleback gets picked to the second pick. We'll have to see how it pans out for our Hellraisers. They ban out the Queen of Pain as well, interestingly enough. The question is, what do you put? I guess if Arteezy is playing the mid Lycan, which is a pretty good possibility, what do you give S4 in the safe lane? Yeah, he hasn't really been playing carries, been mostly playing kind of tempo controllers and ganky heroes and team fighting heroes. So I don't think
Yeah.
Magnus is another good pick, but we'll see if they can go for it again.
Yeah, you don't really need Magnus with Lycan. It's not like boosting his damage and giving him, you know, the cleave is that important. I still don't think it's... While Lycan will probably be play. Okay, they do go with the Enigma, so they really, really like that jungler option, even with the Vengeful Spirit on the board. But I still don't think it's besides Secret to put Lycan in the safe lane for Arteezy if they really, really need to. Just depends. Like, if they see a really strong mid laner against Lycan, like OD or... I mean, hell, they could even run Bristleback mid, which would be quite good against Lycan too. It would still... They just have to keep their options open. Like, it still could be smart to put him in the safe lane for Arteezy. And then have S4 play something like a Puck or... I mean, Quap is banned out. One of those kind of S4 heroes in the mid lane. So it just depends on what they want, what they expect to have mid. If it's Zeus, Lycan should actually be fine. He'll take a lot of damage, but he should still be able to get farm if he ferries himself some health potions, what have you.
I like the idea of putting a Bristleback mid against the Lycan, if that is going to be the choice. I just, like you said, keep your options open. The Enigma for Puppey, the Rubik for Secret, spell seals galore, at least for the Zeus. Getting a Thunder God's Wrath or a Lightning Bolt's pretty nice to have. Even getting Swap Magic Missile. Stealing something from Bristleback's not bad either. I guess you only get Viscous Nizugu or Quill Sprays. Either of those spells are fine, but it's not necessarily the spell steal that really is why Kuroki dominates. It's the early game and what he can accomplish with just, say, Telekinesis and Fade Bolt. So I think this is a solid choice for Secret. They go with what they're comfortable with. I mean, these are 3 of the top picks for their team and the players that play those heroes, so...
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's not all about the spell steal. It's like the instant cast stun with Rubik is what comes to mind as him being like one of the better supports right now. Just being able to instantly throw someone up in the air. They can't cast anything. It's got no cast time whatsoever. It's an instant cast point, and that's the best thing about him. So, like I said, if it works well with other junglers, because if he does need to move around, it makes him a very potent ganker, and he can kind of hold his own. So they have 2 very big counters to this Enigma now. Both the Venge Swap and the Silencer. I will say, talking on the point of spell stealing, it's actually not that impressive to me. Like, obviously stealing the ult from Zeus would be great, but that's easier said than done. And outside of that, it's not that great. Like you mentioned, it's not all about the spell steal, and so that's why they like to run Rubik so much. So Silencer, another fantastic hero against Enigma, and I'm very curious to see what Team Secret pick up last.
They're putting a lot of eggs into this stopping a black hole kind of team fight here. Although Silencer ult is pretty good against just everything in the game. It just feels like they're putting a lot here on the Enigma. And I think Silencer is a good choice, but how do they run him here? Do they put the Zeus as the 4 position? Do they put Silencer as the 4 position? I noticed a lot of teams experimenting with the Silencer support have worked out with mixed results. So I don't know. What do you think the best way to run this hero is?
Oh boy, I don't know. Like, I still think if you can get away with Silencer support, it's better. I think especially with the nerf to the Ags double ulti with Silencer, I think they knocked off 1 second on the ultimate, which with Refresher obviously is two full seconds knocked off, which makes a difference for carry Silencer. So I think in that regard, with that regard, it's a little bit stronger as a support, but I don't think Silencer is that great against Lycan. Like, when Lycan already gets the shapeshift off, Silence doesn't really do anything to him. At best, you can cast the last word onto him, so it disables his or disarms him for 6 seconds. That's the best thing for him, but the actual global silence doesn't really do anything for Lycan if it's after he casts a shapeshift.
It really comes down to timing and how Hellraisers fight. So they do have a lot of early game though with the Zeus at a Bristleback. They could kind of just run at Team Secret. Not the easiest team to run at, but they certainly have an opportunity to maybe take this game and do some work early on. Secret with their last pick going to be an S4 hero more than likely, unless they want to put Axe in the safe lane and give Zai an off lane hero, which certainly could happen. They have 49 seconds left to reserve time, so they have a lot of choices here.
No, that's actually a good idea. They could easily do that. Throw Axe in the safe lane, give Zai something like a what's available here, Clockwork or something like that. Bat Rider's still in the pool, yeah, exactly. Still lots of options.
So I mean, I've seen a lot of Axe safe lane recently. I think it's pretty solid.
It is, yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm forgetting. They go for the Wind Ranger, so that's
Okay.
probably an S4 hero in the safe lane as a farmer. And with focus fire, the damage is absurd, especially if you get Axe Scepter. But early on in the game, it comes down to shackle shots and power shots coming out from S4. He's pretty good at hitting those shackle shots, so I like the choice from Team Secret.
Yeah, I forgot. He likes to play, or they like to put him on that. They also picked a lot of say like one position Nyx assassins, which was I really dig that. Like I really think it's quite strong. Just getting a free level fast or free fast level 6 on him and then roaming around was really strong. But yep, they go with the Wind Ranger. Tinker is the last pick for Hellraisers, so it's gonna be Artiz on the Bristleback and Alpha Ninja playing the Tinker. And I think Goddamn is their support player, so it's gonna be a support silencer.
How's this matchup? I feel like Tinker is probably pretty good against Lycan with March of the Machines, although Wolves will be kind of difficult to deal with. It's not a matchup I'm used to seeing, at least not recently. This is maybe a couple like months ago, but
I mean, Tinker definitely has a better time, just because he has a ton of harass potential with the laser rocket. And since it's a melee hero, the March of Machines could be a lot more effective against, say, a ranged hero that could just walk away and still see us from afar. So Tinker obviously has the easier time. Lycan, if he plays his cards right, should still get farmed, though. I believe that the March is all magical damage now since they changed it.
Yeah, they changed it.
So that means that the Lycan Wolves won't actually get, yeah, like you said, won't be
Like
dealt
what,
with too much
80%
damage.
magic resistance they have or something like that?
It's a ton. Basically, no magic damage does, or magic damage doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, he can see us actually pretty nicely. And as long as he just keeps his regen up, he should be able to get free CS.
Yeah,
We'll see though. If Tinker plays his cards right and plays very, very aggressively, he could completely win this lane and completely shut down RTZ. Just a matter of how well Alpha Ninja can do.
I think if you're Hellraisers, you have to stack up a lot of the camps in the jungle for FNJ. Obviously, the Ancients won't work, but give him some stacks to work with in the jungle. That way, he could secure that farm along with the farm in the lane and go from there. Meanwhile, they're going to have Gord's playing the off-lane Zeus, interestingly enough. So they have a support silencer. Artez is going to be on the Bristleback, and that leaves Dread playing your Vengeful Spirit. So, interesting lineup so far from Hellraisers. Venge, pretty good support. Silencer, interesting. We'll see how it pans out, but Arteezy is going to be playing that mid lane like he gets a Quelling Blade. He has a lot of pooled items. Well, actually, just 2 pooled tangos, the Stout Shield, and a set of tangos on top of that. And Zai playing the offlane axe, no surprise there. So S4, we'll see how he does the top lane. He shouldn't have any trouble against an offlane Zeus. They're going to try to contest the top rune spot. Ninja's going to walk through, doesn't skill anything. Kuroki's looking for a telekinesis. If they walk towards the bouncer rune, they might get clipped, so they have to be careful. That's the thing. They're actually chasing down S4. He's taking a lot of damage from that Arc Lightning. Actually, they're going to secure it. Hellraisers, they bullied Secret out of the top rune spot area, and they're going to get both bounty runes early on here, and Secret don't want to fight into this. So that's a couple of good bounty runes going with Hellraisers.
Yeah, this is one of the things of drafting a junglers you do lack on is your level 1 potential. Like say for instance Chen, Enchantress, Enigma. These heroes don't really offer much at level 1, so you can't really bully someone out of a bounty rune. Tinker's on the losing. I missed the end of that stat, but something about Tinker not being good, I think.
1935 in this matchup between Tinker and Lycan. Yeah, that's not the best stat in the world for Tinker players out there, but FNJ getting off to a fast start, so not bad.
I mean, in the laning stage, I feel like it's no question. I think Tinker wins. Like, look at the damage output coming up from RTC. He's already going to have to ferry. He like already needs to buy a salve once he gets his 115 gold or whatever it's us. So
He's nowhere near his battle.
Yeah, it's just takes. Yeah, see right there. He already buys himself, and that's a smart play from RTC.
Laser twice. Seeking missiles are up. FNJ could do some right-click damage, even try to bring down his wolves. So currently, Hellraisers have a bit of an advantage for FNJ. That could change quickly. Bottom lane Artez is going to be going solo against Zai. He should have a good time. Quill sprays will stack up. They don't do that much early on, but once he gets some more experience here, he'll be able to just run at Zai, and Zai can't really do much. Zai actually goes for level 1 Battle Hunger, interestingly enough.
Yep. And that's... Yeah, he doesn't have level 2 yet, so there he goes. He got level 2 now. Artez is really far back behind enemy lines. He's actually going to drag the creep wave with him.
This too deep? Is he dead?
He's taking some auto-attack damage from the towers. He's going to have to walk all the way around. If Arteezy maybe walks towards her, maybe can threaten him a little bit, but he would end up wasting his time. But Speaking of wasted time, Artez is kind of wasting his time. And this is a free lane now for Zai. If he wants to go back and get some... Well, he's actually going to use his time to put a Battle Hunger on Goddamn, but... He's having a much better time than I expected him to have in this lane.
Yeah, he's going to get some CS now, get some room for experience. He's taking some right click from Goddamn. The Glaive's doing some work here. Middle lane, FNJ getting chased down by RTZ, sort of. He's going to laser up and just do some work. Puppey was getting a ruin, I believe. And Zai now taking more right click. So not anything crazy happening yet, besides Artez wasting a lot of time under that tower. He's just running at Zai. He's just trying to get as many cool spray stacks as possible. Only has one stacked up. He's actually out of mana now, so that's kind of a problem. And for Artez, we'll see what he goes for in terms of mana regeneration. Might get a bottle. There's a regen rune, which Goddamn will pick up.
And needs to wait for the Battle Hunger to go off. But that's... I was like, oh man, if Zai gets this, it's going to be so devastating. The only bad thing for Bristleback is that, okay, he does have a bottle coming. It's really important because if you get too antsy with those skill sprays early on and you use them all early, you can't really threaten the enemy hero anymore. So you need to still keep that mana up. So it's really important that he gets his bottle quickly so that they can still harass and zone out Zai, who's already level 4, pumping in auto attacks at Goddamn, who just picked up a regen rune. And I feel like our Zai has gotten way too much in this bottom lane.
Yeah, they have, the problem is if they had Dread here, they'd probably get this kill, but I mean, Zai's just running at Goddamn, and if Zai had mana or had Berserker's Call, he might be able to get that kill. They're trading auto attacks, but Zai's definitely winning that trade. Artez still, like you said, no bottle. It's actually on the courier, but they're going to send it up top first for the Zeus. Zeus has to go all the way back to the tier 2 tower. There's no flying courier, despite it being after 3 minutes now. They're wasting a lot of time. They're not able to get this kill on Zai because the quill sprays aren't stacking up. He doesn't have Viscous Steel. They'll throw the curse of the silent. Actually misses onto Zai.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, I mean, Goddamn has the gold too. He bought boots instead. I really feel like they need to get this bottle up onto the Artez ASAP. And in fact, it's actually going to go back towards mid with... I mean, he bought his bottle like a full minute and a half ago, I want to say. Maybe
Still late for this bottle to come in. Arteezy's
yeah,
going to get right click, but he's fine. Zai's looking for the 4-minute rune. He'll probably find it. It's going to be bounty, so that's not going to give him that much.
I mean, it's not too crazy that this is happening because it's just a dual lane in the bottom lane. Like, Venge is not helping out at all. He's kind of roaming between mid and top, securing runes, helping out the Zeus a little bit. But Zeus is only level 3 with 9 CS, whereas Zai's only up against 2 heroes. Or, sorry, he's all by himself when he's almost level 5.
The offlane definitely going is a bit better in terms of at least experience for Zai at this point. He's going to have Tranquil Boots pretty soon. He could even go back to the jungle if he wants. Obviously, he'd have to share with Enigma with Puppey, but Puppey's going to be 6 at that crucial time, 4.5 minutes. There's the level 6 coming at the black hole. No boots, though. Might want to wait for them, but they're going to rotate into the jungle. If Kuroki can maybe get a telekinesis off, I'm not sure if they saw the Enigma with the Wave of the Terror. I think they did, but Puppey's going to walk back up into the lane and see what he does.
Yeah, Kuroki's quite low as well. S4 showed today mag win rate 45%, but S4's is much higher with that and the Wind Ranger. Just seems to be much more comfortable with these heroes. Oh, Dread in some trouble.
Gonna get Malefice. Magic Missile's gonna go. Kuroki's gonna take some right click damage and Magic Missile, but it doesn't matter. And that's the first blood. At 5 minutes in, that seemed to take a bit of time, but they finally get it done. S4 is gonna clear out this creep camp and a couple of creeps as well. They can maybe even go with a push for Puppey with the Eidolons, but meanwhile, they're going to maybe think about diving here. TP coming back in from Dread. They don't go for it. Zai's taking a Curse of the Silent, actually threw up a Battle Hunger. He gets his Tranquils. He's back home already, so he's almost 6, by the way. That's frightening.
That's really scary. Like, he can pump out so much damage on the Silencer, too, when he comes back here. Has the extra movement speed with the Tranquils, has the extra armor. And Arteezy, he definitely didn't have the best time in mid, but that's to be expected. He's just kind of transferring into the jungle, taking a little bit of the jungle where Enigma's not occupying it. Bottle crying when he needs to, but yeah, we'll see how HR fares in the mid game when these heroes will really start to shine. When you get a Boots of Travel up on Alpha Ninja, the Tinker, maybe a Blink Dagger up onto him. Bristleback is getting actually Bristleback taking some damage too. Bottom lane.
I don't know about this though for Zai. He's now taking too many stacks of sticky napalm, or rather not sticky napalm, viscous nails. I don't know why I thought that was that. Quill Spray comes out the right click. I'm losing it. They get the kill either way. Artez gets it done. That was kind of a questionable engagement from Zai with the Berserker's Call. I guess he maybe thought Goddamn was not nearby, but Goddamn rotates over. They get the kill. They'll rotate Arteezy to the enemy jungle. Kuroki TP's bottom as well, but this is not an easy hero to bring down.
They can kill this Silencer really easy with the... If he ultis right now, yep, there we go. Arteezy's ulting, he's gonna rush in.
Goddamn shit fall. Telekinesis, Hal's gonna come out the right click. They'll kill the Silencer. That's an okay target. Maybe they get Artez or at least a little bit of right click, but they probably don't kill him. So he just backs up. A nice kill on that support silencer. Top lane. S4 getting juked around the trees, and Goritz actually helps get the kill with Dread getting the last right click onto S4 on the Wind Ranger. He was so close, maybe about 5 HP for that Zeus. Does not fall in the end. Zai taking some quill sprays. Kuroki nearby with telekinesis, but they won't chase any further. Kuroki might get chased down as well. The Goo's gonna go. Artez has to avoid the Berserker's Call. It's gonna go anyways, but Kuroki, he's gonna get telekinesis off. The quill spray is going. He has 4 stacks of Warpath. The Goo is gonna go. How far is he gonna dive for this? He's gonna get the kill. The right click's gonna come through. He's gonna even just try to dive under the tower. Clear all of the creeps. S4 is gonna TP in. Misses his power shot, actually. Shackle shot already went. Artez very low, but he has the Ring of Health. He'll regen up slowly. No bottle charges coming out. Ninja gotta give one to himself, not one to his teammate. Now Artez picks up his treads, and all of a sudden, this Bristleback doing work. Mid lane, Black Hole, that'll be onto the Zeus. RTZ walking in, not doing enough damage yet. Goritz should fall here. The Malphite's the last right click from Puppey. They secure the kill, and it's 3-3. Action happening pretty much all over the place all of a sudden. Bottom, top, mid lane, and now at the bottom rune spawn, Artez has to be careful. He's low. He has to TP out. Zai can't get there to Berserker's Call. He just kind of stands there. Because I guess that's it. And meanwhile, the tier 1 tower falling mid. They have a glyph. Are they going to use it? They pop it off at the last second. Ninja is going to walk forward. Will he get the deny? And yeah, easy deny for Ninja. Puppey didn't really time that the best.
Not want to go for the chance kill on his rockets on Puppey. Would have been really close. Regened a little bit from the headdress so far, so he maybe could have got that kill. I don't know. Would have been very, very close, but TP's top. Very nice timing on the boots travel for Tinker. This is great for Tinker and HR. Like I expected, I thought he was just gonna dominate in the mid lane as he did. Lycan just really couldn't do much if you're very, very aggressive on your Tinker, and that's exactly how Ninja played it. So props to him. S4, that was a weird rotation bottom. Like he TP'd, the shackle shot was he like turned around and did it backwards, trying to find some kind of awkward angle. Didn't connect. Power shot didn't connect at all. So HR fighting back nicely. One thing people forget about is just when you're constantly spamming spells on Bristleback, like. And I know you only have the 2 spells, the Nasal Goo and the Quill Spray. Your damage adds up very quickly on Warpath. When he got that first kill on his eye, he was hitting for plus 100, on top of his already 77 damage. So people forget just how much right-click damage Bristleback can do.
That level 6 kind of just sneaks up onto you, and all of a sudden you're taking upwards of 100 damage per hit, plus Quill Sprays coming through. Though Power Shot Artez will do some damage. Enigma does pick up his back. But like you talked about, the Boots of Travel came out at about 8.5 minutes. He doesn't have Soul Ring yet, so that's the trade-off. Probably gets it at 9 minutes. Zai's got a Berserker's Call into Dread. Power Shot's going to go. Dread is not in range of the threshold, but he is going to get Power Shot, and S4 is going to try to take him down. The Global actually goes. S4 doesn't win run because he doesn't have it available. Now he's going to get the Power Shot. Actually misses, and Artez gets the kill. Instead of win running and staying alive, he doesn't use it. Puppey getting chased down. The mech's going to go. Lightning Bolt not there. Zeus ult now. No mana for it. For Goritz, RTZ now running after Dread. The Wolf should get the kill. Wave of Tear does get off, but RTZ rotating it with the shapeshift. He is able to secure it. So, in the end, it's a 1-for-1 trade, but definitely not worth it for Secret as S4 goes down.
Well, RTZ is getting good farm, and he's getting last hits on heroes. Like, he's 3-0 at 1 so far. Artez runs right into Puppey. Puppey doesn't have mech just yet. Has 6 or 7 charges on his stick. He's going to have to pop it. That's not going to be enough. He does have a Malefice, but I don't think it's enough. Ulti comes out. The KS King himself gets the kill. Artez, he actually can get a kill on Kuroki now.
Spell is stolen. That is not going to save you, Kuroki. He's going to stick up. Oh, the Fade Bolt! Kuroki almost outplays Artez, and he does take him down. The gold goes the way of the dire side, which is split up between the creeps, and obviously, Kuroki does get that kill, but in the end, that was maybe the snipe, the S4 power shot. He just rotates over and finally gets something done with the Wind Ranger. He's been quiet the whole game. Finally gets on the board with that kill.
Yeah, he hasn't had many power shots connecting, but the ones that connected, like that one, really matter. So, very nice kill for him. The problem still stands of Ninja, though. He's got some decent farm. Needs to close in on his blink, then you can really take off. But, yeah, well, I'm curious to see when they go for a Roshan. It looks like possibly now. Is RTC smoked up with Puppey? He can convert and maybe take a very, very fast Roshan here with this Vlad's. And
yeah, this should be pretty quick.
Puppey's
they are
convert that.
Bottom. They see S4 in the lane, but they have no idea that Secret are currently in the Roshan pit. If they Wave of Tear, that even might help out Secret if they're close to finishing it up. Artez is going to walk over there. They realize they're walking towards the pit. They back out surrounding. Secret could have got caught in there. That would have been disastrous, at least for Puppey. Instead, Artez realizes this is happening. He'll take down a couple of the Eidolons. Malphus and obviously the Midnight Pulse are going to go. Doesn't really do anything. Now the March is going to go, giving them the cover if they want to try to fight into this Tier 1 tower, but it looks like they're just kind of sitting around the Roche pit. They don't want to give this up for free. So really good game sense from Hellraisers to make sure that they keep Secret out of the pit.
Yeah, and they had no other way of knowing just than instincts. Like, they have no wards. They didn't see them smoke. The only possible thing I can think of is they heard the howl from Lycan, didn't see him on the map, and were thinking, hey, why is he howling? For no reason. They're not going on us. He's not fighting us. Maybe we should check Roshan. It's like, you never use your troll ulti on Roshan when you're trying to sneak it, at least early on. But,
yeah.
Yep, so very good presence of mind from HR.
But instead of going for Roche for Secret, they go very deep into the middle lane. They're going to find Goritz. He's going to get Telekinesis, Wave of Terror. This should be an easy kill. Malphus is going to go Midnight Pulse. He stays alive. They black hole onto Artez, but it gets globaled immediately. Puppey realizes this quickly. He has to back up. Kuroki also silenced up as well. Getting chased down. Puppey taking a lot of right click. No mana for mech. He does have 10 stick charges. Bots in. Going to try to kill the creep, and they do. And now Artez is alone, but Puppey's going to back up. Stays alive. Sticks now on cooldown. Gonna get earned up, but Artez gonna chase him down. Puppey staying alive for so long. Kuroki with the body blocks. Telekinesis, Shackle Shot, not gonna connect, but the Blink Berserker's call. They should get this kill. Artez chases too long down the middle lane. He's so tanky with a Vanguard, though. Even as the Buckler is so close to the Crimson Guard, not gonna get it. The chop comes in from Zai. He says, how do you do? And now they make their way over to Roshan. Dread, though, he's got vision up here on the high ground. He can Wave of Tear, maybe swap out Artesia right before it goes down if he's lucky. Will they go for it? It looks like it's going to fall on Artesia. He's going to get the Aegis. Dread just sitting up on the high ground, but a weird kind of set of events coming out there for Hellraisers, especially with Artez chasing down that far. They deny the creep as he's botsing in from Dread.
Wasn't it his own guy?
Yeah.
I think I think he probably would have died anyway to one little auto tech from something. But I gotta say, in that last engagement, that was some extremely impressive play from Kuroki. First, he changed his he diverted his attention solely to keeping the Tinker out and killing the creep that he was bossing to. It had more than half HP, so it wasn't just like that one where we just saw, oh, let me just kill this creep that he's bossing to. It was, he had to drop everything he was doing, attack it once, Fade Bolted, attack it another time to make sure Tinker didn't come in for a rocket to get the kill on Enigma. And then body blocking Bristleback at the end to just make sure the last Quill didn't get in range of Enigma to keep the stacks up. It was very, very nicely played by Kuroki. Some pretty impressive stuff.
Presence of mind, just to make sure they get all those things happening at once, and suddenly Kuroki makes a pretty big play there. They take down the Tier 1 tower bottom. There's the Blink Dagger coming out at 14 minutes for a Tinker. Pretty solid timing, but Secret's still doing okay in their own right. 2k gold for Lycan. He has the Aegis of Immortality, and obviously getting close to, I'd imagine, a book if he wants to go for it. So he's caught up nicely with the Roshan attempt. And well, Alpha Ninja's going to start splitting up the map, though. He has... Still, he's got his rearm to work with. He could just bots around the map being kind of a nuisance. And see where this game goes from here. This game is going to, I think, devolve pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, it's just a really nice selfless play from Kuroki. He could have easily gotten turned on and just killed. But yeah, there's the Crimson Guard coming out for Bristleback. Obviously, very, very strong item for him. 4 staff on a Wind Ranger, so 4 heroes are picking up some core items. Artesia already has his flats, has DD. I imagine you go for the Necro Book. It's pretty damn good against Bristleback, like I said, for the same reason Lion is. You just drain all his mana. The hero doesn't really seem to do that much anymore.
Can't run at you with those Quill Sprays, that's for damn sure. Yeah, that should be the choice. Problem is being able to split push as a Lycan doesn't seem that viable because of the fact that there's a Tinker this game. So they might just have to man up and fight here, but they do have a really good team fight. Black Hole's up in 5 seconds. Artez is going to get called up. They're going to bring it back. There's going to be the Midnight Pulse. Global's going to go through, swap out. Dread is going to try to fight. Magic Missile on S4. He's getting kind of low. Lightning Bolt. Mech is going to keep them fighting. Fit Spell was stolen. That is Lightning Bolt. Kuroki might get the kill on Dread. He will. Telekinesis. He's not in range of Artez. He's walking, but he's not that fast. 2 already dead. The Silencer got blown up as well. Kuroki is desperately trying to get in range. He's still a little bit away, and Zai is looking for a Blink Dagger. Not going to find it. Goo, he actually disjoins it, goes further, doesn't get the call off, but they stay alive nicely. Pretty good fight from Secret. And all the while they have Artesia taking the Tier 1 tower bottom, which he'll get unless it gets denied. Heat-seeking missiles are going to go, and Artesia in trouble. He does have the Aegis, but Alpha Ninja He'll actually just TP out mid lane. Now a fight happening. They're going to Culling Blade Artez down to the ground. Telekinesis already went. Gort's getting chased down. There's the Malefice. They're going to Black Hole. They should cancel that TP. They're not going to. Drake gets caught in it as well. Now they're going to call as well. Dre's going to fall. A triple kill for Zai with a counter looks box. Doesn't even need the Culling Blade. Doesn't need the mana for it. Let's just go to work. He says, I'm a man. God damn it. They're going to get the tier 2 tower as well.
There's a pause coming out. They didn't even need RTZ. RTZ got the Tinker. So he was in
everything's
a totally
going wrong.
separate engagement because there's two separate things happening. And he still has his Aegis. Still has 4,300 gold, man. Oh, boy.
Hold on a second. Pitmuckle, did you say we have a recap ready? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to send it over to Pitmuckle, and we're going to see what happened in that last fight when it's ready. Are you good to go?
I actually have both fights up. The first one, like, it was a minute of pure action. It was pure carnage. Starting from the mid lane, actually. There was a cool engage, but the Global Silence was completely shutting down secrets. Like, any sorts of trying to reinitiate didn't work in the end. Kuroki, well, it was a nice attempt. He actually got Dread with a Stone and Lightning Bolt, and I'm just keeping an eye on as well on the live game so we don't miss action there. And then, somehow, some way, actually, Arteezy was ratting it up hardcore in bottom lane. When he was getting a kill on Tinker, we can just fast forward real quick. Affinage was coming in. He was trying to do anything he can to kind of stop it. Arteezy was on like 200 HP, was crazy, and he still gets the kill on Alpha Ninja, while at the same time there was some kills happening in the mid lane, and well, that was what you guys caught. I caught the bottom fight on cam, and also the Black Hole. No one cancelled that team. That was crazy. Dredge just going in absolutely, well, I want to say fearless, but there's certainly some other vocabulary for this as well, and that's pretty much what happened. Back to your mod.
Fearless is putting it nicely, my friend. That Black Hole was a little bit interesting to say the least, and well, Puppy finishes it off. A couple of kills going the way of Zai. They take the tier 2 tower. They put pressure on the tier 3 tower, and what was a pretty close game at one point turns into a 10,000 net lead for Secret because of some questionable decision making from Hellraisers and some weird fights that they can't get the better end. It just feels like they're getting outplayed by the Secret squad at this point, and every single team engage. It's a bit of a problem when you have a pretty good draft on your hands here. So
yeah, and there's a straight up Necro 3 purchase for Arteezy. He's got some wolves coming in, scouting out. Goddamn's gonna just die to wolves and Eidolons. One more auto attack. Oh my god. Oh,
that was without Howl, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, that was without Howl. Oh, that's gotta be. Ooh, that's gotta sting, man.
Just you're talking in all chat and your voice chatting. You're like, I just don't know what I could do in that situation. Somebody save me. Hello. So, top lane, meanwhile, you have Wind Ranger. He has a Shackle Shot, but now I have an NJ blinking in. There's the Zeus ult, the missile, and the laser blow up. S4 getting kind of greedy for that kill. A nice little trade coming out. Secret are going to rotate back into the mid lane. They're going to try to push into the tier 3 tower. Arteezy pops the Necro. Now Artez, he has the Crimson Guard up. Now the Blink Berserker's call. They're going to bring him out of the base. Zai cutting him through. Now there's going to be the Global coming out. They're looking for Artez. They already swapped out with the Vengeful Spirit. Arteezy backing away. No more Aegis, so they don't want to try to commit too hard to this. Kuroki steals. Oh, he almost got Global. I thought he gets the Curse instead, so not quite getting that big ability, which would have been huge for them. They'll TP back up to the top lane, and not as lucky as Kuroki was hoping, I think.
God, that would have been so sick if he did. Being able to Black Hole with the Rubik Silence on your team? Oh, man. The possibilities.
I think you just GG at that point if that happens.
Yeah.
A little bit too much, honestly.
If not, because you're going to lose, because it's just demoralizing that they have Black Hole and Global Silence.
That's it.
Actually, don't even GG when they use the abilities, just GG once he gets the
when they stole it, it's like, I guess it's over now.
Yeah.
Kuroki is going to get caught out top. He was pushing alone. They mass TP top for Hellraisers. They're like, okay, screw Kuroki, screw this tier 1 tower. Let's get something. They're going to do just that. They'll get at least one building off of this and one kill. So at least it's something. Bot's coming out from Puppy, by the way. He also has a 4-staff, which is pretty... I mean, he's farmed. He's the 3rd farmed hero in the game behind Arteezy and Affinninja. Even ahead of the Axe, who has a Yule Scepter, by the way. Pretty nice item choice, so...
Yes, I got so much this game, and even with that early kill onto him, it didn't really matter. He already had way more experience and gold than he should have had. And this is a hero that can really snowball. And we've seen Zai play this hero at the AC too, so.
Artez is
lane.
completely out of mana at this point. Arteezy is in trouble, has no shapeshift. Black hole onto FNJ. They swap it out immediately, but already FNJ taking too much damage. The Necro's going to get the kill. Now Puppy's still going to work on Dread. The swap came through. He's going to fall as well. S4 on the other side of the trees. Dread's about to get right-click down. Actually just clicks him through the trees with a smart play. Goddamn getting chased. S4 in the backside. Shackle shot doesn't latch. Artez still with not much mana to work with. Arteezy had to back up. He'll regen up a bit. Artez is actually in the front lines. Telekinesis is going to go. They pull him back. Don't really combo up with anything. Arteezy's sitting and just earning. Malphus under Artez, out of mana completely. Quill sprays, doing something. Now the shapeshift, shackle shot, latches onto 2. S4 walks up with the perfect line. The angle, it's beautiful. They'll get 1 kill. Artez getting chased down. The call about to go. It actually misses. Arteezy's still shapeshifted, trying to get in front. Battle Hunger's going to go. The Malphus, the telekinesis, and they're just running rampant underneath the tier 2 tower. They are diving like madmen. Arteezy gets the double kill. It's just that type of game for Hellraisers, much like the first game.
Yep, and remember, Arteezy did not do well in the mid lane. It wasn't like he dominated his lane. He got shut down like he should have. Don't get me wrong. That's not a matchup that he's supposed to win. But he transferred into the jungle. Puppy allowed him to take a few camps and was able to bounce back that way. And just better play overall.
Puppy gonna fall, Zeus Soul, Lightning Bolt, and Magic Missile coming out. The snipe on a Dread does not get the kill. Ern will do some damage, but not enough. Yule's on S4, Blink, Berserker's call onto Do. Goritz is gonna fall, FNJ might be next. Shackle shot not gonna get the kill, or not gonna latch rather. Can't get the Culling Blade off from Zai. TP coming in, Arteezy getting very low. He has to back up. His creeps will finish off the racks. No, they get the glyph off, but it still should be the Eidolons getting the kill. Zai comes in, Culling Blades, poor Dread, who walks a bit too far forward. They lose the melee racks mid. Meanwhile, Yule Scepter coming out. Bloody footsteps coming up from Zai. He's trying to get away as best as possible, but he does get caught out. FNJ with the Yule Scepter secures the kill with the laser, with the heat-seeking missiles, and they do defend. I guess you could call it defending, as they get a couple of heroes. They lose their mid-melee racks, and now they'll just try to push out mid lane.
He went for a Yule's on Tinker. That's interesting. Kind of fun, I guess. Jeez, I don't know. They had such a good thing going for them early on too. Just a couple of. It was really one that I feel like when Artez overextended right there. Oh, Rocket's actually gonna get disjointed by his own Yules. I wonder if it's gonna matter in the end. It might actually matter. Yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah, he's gonna get silenced. He might not die. Artez needs like 1 quill spray, 1 attack. Will be fine. He'll get the attack. He'll get the kill. Kroki's gonna TP in, and they might get the kill off Artez. Puppy has no black hole, obviously. Telekinesis is gonna go. Quill sprays have been stolen. That's gonna be pretty nice. Arteezy gets a kill on the backside and silencer. I was too busy watching Artez getting chased down. Meanwhile, Arteezy's gonna keep going, not finding Goritz. They'll have a couple heroes TPing out. Artez is really just leading a wild goose chase here up into the high ground. Zai blinks in. He's gonna call him here in a moment. Zeusalt comes out as well, which actually gets the kill on Arteezy as they were chasing him down mid lane. I can't keep track of what's happening on the map, please. Dread's gonna wave of terror. Zai's gonna walk through. Magic Missile's gonna fly. Kroki avoids it with the Yule Scepter smartly. That was a sick play. Dread's gonna walk back up to the high ground. Spell was stolen. Magic Missile. Kroki's like, can I find a kill? Magic Missile goes. Telekinesis is available. They're not gonna try to get this kill. Swap out onto Puppy. Puppy has Black Hole. The Culling Blade from Zai. Now, oh, the counter Yules from FNJ. Styling on Zai. He has Blink Dagger in 2 seconds. FNJ has Blink Dagger in 3. Global's gonna go. And they won't chase him down, I don't think. They're gonna mech up, stay alive. Puppy gets alive just barely, getting chased down. Malphus goes. Zai looking to jump in onto Goritz. We're playing Ring Around the Rosie across the mid lane. Wave of Terror, rather. It's going to be Magic Missile plus the Fade Bolt. What's happening? Kroki's going to die. Puppy's going to walk in. He's Black Hole. Is he going to use it? No. Earn charge, not enough to get the kill on Goritz. He might die, actually, to Malphus. No, stays alive, gets earned up. Double kill for FNJ with your Tinker.
Poor Zai. He sat there for like 20 seconds trying to blink it, but he couldn't because the static field just kept getting triggered and canceling his blink. He was very persistent in trying to get it, but just could never blink, unfortunately.
Shape shift from long way. Are they going to get that DD? No, Goritz gets cut off with the pass. Bowling Blade? Oh, maybe not. Doesn't need it. Just goes down to the right click of Arteezy. He kind of juked it a couple of times, and then he just cancels the R button animation. Diva's Guard done for FNJ. I mean, as badly as this game is going for Hellraisers, FNJ is your leading net worth hero, and he's leading by about, not much in terms of Arteezy, but he's up there. He's got a Shiva's Guard, Blink Dagger, Yule Scepter. He'll try to find S4. S4 gets blown up, has to Yules himself, and actually stays alive. Arteezy in the Roche pit getting chased down by Artez. What's happening? Hellraisers are just running at secret. It's working out for them. Arteezy's going to fall. Kuroki now in trouble. He has to be careful. Telekinesis is going to go. Venezuela, they won't chase further. Roche is up if they want to take it. Ninja gets a double kill. Zai rotates up top. I was too busy watching at the Roche pit. Artez getting chased down. Kuroki going to get silenced up. He steals last word. Artez backing away with the help of Goddamn. And more action happening across the map that I can't keep track of because my eyes can only be in one place at a time, so... All right.
That was actually a really big kill on Arteezy. He had already used Shapeshift, so when they went on him, he had no other way to get out. Just had to take all the auto attack damage from Bristleback. And having the Venge aura there helps out a lot. Venge also has a medallion, level 4 Wave of Terror. And this is a Roche attempt. They're pinging out bottom, though.
Oh,
there's
the global. They were going to black hole. Ninja stays alive from the silencer global coming out. Kuroki and Puppy just back off. They could have stayed and probably gotten the kill, but they decided against it. Roche still falling low. Arteezy and Zai both not alive yet. They can't really get into the pit. Forstaff was down. Artez gets the Aegis, and the comeback. They were down 12,000 net worth. It's only 6,000. I mean, they've lost mid-melee racks, but they don't give a damn. They're doing okay this game.
Yeah, I mean, and the best thing about it for them, too, is one, they have an amazing ability in Global Silence to cancel this black hole. Kind of sucks that he didn't wait for it, because now the black hole's still available, but still, he saved the Tinker nonetheless. And two, they have amazing counter push with Tinker. One of the best, if not the best hero in the game to not only split push, but counter push and D-push as well. And with the Shivas up, too, it's very, very effective.
Gonna stay top for the time being. Looking to see, they realize that he might come back up to this lane. Arteezy's going to be the one up in front. And Affinity might try to make a play here. Got to be careful. Diva's guard's going to go. They're trying to bait this out a bit. The blink, they actually missed the Berserker's call. The Yule Scepter's going to come out. Actually, that was the Axe's Yules. Affinity takes a power shot. He doesn't seem to mind. So whatever smoke cake they were trying to go for from Secret doesn't actually end up working out. And they have to back away. And they can't even get the tier 1 tower either. All right,
yep.
Artez gets an SNY, he gets a Crimson Guard. He's got an Aegis. Is this the comeback path? We'll see.
Mechanism up on the Silencer, which is obviously good, not only for the HP that you get, but the... oh, that's 4! Taking a lot of damage. He actually gets Yulesed up, blocking the Shivas himself, but it doesn't matter. It gives him time to rearm again. And there's a wicked 6 streak for Alpha Ninja. So this Yules is paying off, and he clearly knows what he's doing with it. And it's what it's basically doing is setting up time for him to rearm and cast more spells. And since he has the Yules and the Shivas, and he's got a high mana pool as a result, he can afford to get this level 3 rearm to just rearm things much faster.
Zai's gonna get caught,
Zai
doesn't blink. Swap out, Viscous Izagu. Zeusult's gonna go, he'll try to avoid it, but actually takes the damage. Yules is again, how many Yules are they gonna use on this hero? They pop him up into the air twice, they get the kill regardless. Zeus gets the kill. Nice pick off coming out from Hellraisers. They're still steadily climbing back into this game. They've even gotten so bold as to walk into the enemy jungle. They're only down 5,000 net worth now. That is huge. They're down 4,000 net worth. In fact, it's steadying and kind of just platforming at that 4,000 mark. They're even in experience. That is actually ridiculous. Now they're going to try to take a tier 2 tower as well. Suddenly, Secret don't look as comfortable in this game as they once were.
Look at that stat, 4.2% for being down 11 to 13k gold. 4.2%, and this comeback, potential comeback, is against one of the best teams in the world in Team Secret. So that's a pretty impressive feat if they're able to come back. There's a Bloodstone on Tinker. I really love this item on him. Not only for the mana it provides and the mana regen that you get with more charges, but yeah, Arteezy in a little bit of trouble. They're not going to use the swap just yet. They don't have any way to lock him
down. Hard to get that hero.
Yeah, they really wanted to save the swap for defensive purposes, but the Bloodstone is really good on Tinker because it means, especially now that he has a huge streak, if he's able to use it constantly, you can never get that streak from him because you're never going to actually get the real kill onto him. I think that's the most important thing, at least right now, having a wicked 6 streak onto Affinit's belt.
8, 2, and 6 for your Tinker with 18,000 net worth. He was only leading Arteezy by about 100 a minute or so ago. Now it's dwarfed to about 4,000, so he's having a pretty comfortable game thus far. Kuroki and Zai were looking to find him bottom, but the problem with this is you don't have any real Tinker wards coming out from Secret yet. You can try to get them on the cliff, but he's all over the map, and there's no real vision for Secret at all. They have one Observer ward towards the Roche pit, but that is it. Everywhere else is dark on the map for Team Secret. Hellraisers are going to work here. They're going to push into this tier 2 tower now. The last, or the second to last outer tower is the last one's bottom lane. FNJ in the trees, blink forward, and he actually gets the march off. Going to be kind of annoying. Artez walking forward, has the Aegis. Going to kill a couple of these Eidolons. The creep wave will die to the march. Malphus goes into Artez. He's kind of low in mana. He has to be careful. Top lane, they'll get the tier 1. The glyph's going to be forced out. Arteezy gets the kill. They have another glyph to use on the tier 2 tower. There's also a glyph from Secret to use, but might be a trade. 2 towers for a tier 2 mid. FNJ blinks forward, doesn't get any damage coming out. He was looking for a laser, couldn't find it.
Ruby
Swap
gets
out.
rearm.
Red going on a Puppey. Puppey's about to fall. Zeusol gets the kill. Puppey has to buy back. Otz is in. Dread now going to get called up. Puppey looking for a black hole, but there's the global. They don't wait for it. Now they get pushed back. Meanwhile, at the base, Arteezy going to work with S4. FNJ has to defend. Back at the fight. Artez getting chased down by Kuroki. And they're going to use him up. Puppey looking for a black hole. He's probably going to find it. Artez still has Aegis. He black holes, but only onto Goris. They get the shackle shot onto Artez. They kill the Zeus. They're looking to get Artez. They'll have to kill him twice. Artez so tanky, but he gets telekinesis. He's going to fall. TP in. They can't kill the Siege Crypt. Now there's going to be the Yules up onto FNJ, but he TP's into a World of Hurt. Another Yule Scepter coming out. Goddamn's going to last word. Berserker's Call going to go FNJ. Now can they get the silence off? Zai getting chased down the right cliff from Goddamn and FNJ going to work. They get the kill. And Artez does not fall for that second time. Kuroki just walks away, heads towards the bottom rune spot, kind of stays there looking for the 32-minute rune. He'll find a bounty rune. That's not the rune he's looking for. He'll have to TP away, swap out. That rune might have just killed him. Kuroki getting run down by that warpath coming out from the bristleback. And now on the other side of things, FNJ cuts off the retreat by TPing to the bottom lane. And he'll TP back home. They get 3 kills. And Hellraisers are winning all of the fights. They do lose the tier 2 tower top and a bit of tower damage to the tier 3, but still a small price to pay for that many kills for Hellraisers.
Yeah, and I really like this item build from Tinker. Like, the Shiva's Bloodstone, I think, is much stronger than the Dagon right now. And speaking of, Windrunner's actually in some trouble. Get silenced up. FNJ putting some more damage into the Yulzim.
They're going to keep going. Artez is there. No more Windrun. Shackle Shot latches, but it doesn't go to a tree or to another hero, and they're going to go to Puppey.
Puppey has no buyback.
Puppey is going to fall here, it looks like. And like you said, no buyback. He is going to go down. Dead for 78 seconds. They're going to go to work here on this tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, middle lane, Arteezy runs down mid. Does get the kill on the Zeus. He's trying to put as much pressure as possible before leaving. Another TP, this time coming from FNJ. They'll probably get the range racks. They have Glyph. I don't know if you use it. And they actually might survive still. It looks like it will. FNJ will probably get to his team if they want to try to fight up to the high ground, but that doesn't look to be the case. All right. There's not a moment of wasted time here in this game for either team. And with that said, I think we have a replay ready. Pitmunkle, take it away.
Alright, so let's take another quick look at some absolutely crazy fights. So, first of all, Hellraisers, they're feeling very confident, just pushing in. Then there was a nice swap from Dread onto Puppey. Puppey just explodes. Great Thunder God's Wrath, 2 ultis for a Puppey. Well, that's a great trade because, like we mentioned, in the last fight it was crucial that Puppey actually didn't have his buyback. And then everything just went downhill, even though there was Secret having a nice decision with trying to rat it up on Arteezy as well as S4. But they just couldn't push fast enough, and it felt like a very forced TP back. FNJ catches Arteezy while trying to TP back. That's huge. Meanwhile, actually, let's switch to the live broadcast while we don't want to miss a kill. Whoa,
Arteezy's
that
gonna
was
get
close.
used up. He does have a haste rune. He's gonna shapeshift out now. Magic missile, but Zai comes in. Yule Scepter up onto FNJ, keeps him alive. Zai TPing away. Did they have swap for Dread? They did, but they're gonna chase after another Yules from FNJ. They're trying to keep Arteezy up in the air as much as possible. Magic missile, Zeus, Arteezy's gonna fall, and FNJ is godlike with that kill. And Hellraisers, are they slaying the giant here, the Goliath? Secret in some trouble. 27-29, a 4,000 net worth lead for Hellraisers. FNJ putting on a clinic here on this Tinker.
This is really impressive play from FNJ. Like, he did well in the laning stage, like he should have, like I said. Sheep stick now completed. Oh my god, he's got a sheep stick now onto FNJ. He can rearm that.
Kuroki's gonna get chased down. They killed 3 heroes in the span of like 20 seconds. All of them don't have buyback. The best possible choice for Secret is to rat it up and try to go for this tower. But guess who's going to come back home and then go right back to the mid lane? FNJ will take care of the wave, push it out, then go back towards that middle lane and help out his team. Shiva's guard's going to go quick. He's actually chasing after S4. He gets the Hex off. Can he get the perma-Hex? Another Sheep is going to go. S4 about to fall. The third Hex is going to go. FNJ is beyond godlike. He's about to TP mid. And S4 doesn't have buyback. Puppey will not have it either. He's going to fall. Can't even get the black hole off. They're all freaking dead. They get the kill. Secret All 5 down on the sidelines. Arteezy about to respawn in 3 seconds, but what the hell can he do? Artez on the front lines. How did this game go so poorly for Secret within the past 5 to 10 minutes?
Arteezy ports in. Ninja in a little bit of trouble, but not really that much.
He's gonna hex him.
Hex.
Arteezy's gonna die. Arteezy won't have buyback if he dies. Get the permahex continues. Ninja with like 6 permahexes in a row. Arteezy barely surviving. The shapeshift actually lives. Ninja in danger of going down to the crypts. Bottle back up. And Ninja has to use Arteezy, but he's in trouble. Can't blink out. Can't use himself. They actually go back to the top lane. Global silence. What's happening up here? Zai, BKB, Berserker's Call is going to go, but still getting right-click down. Artez going to work Crimson Guard. Zai getting chased through the Warpath, doing so much
Here
damage.
comes Tinker.
Eula Scepter. Tinker's back into the fray. He was just getting chased down by Arteezy, but Kuroki's already dead. Oh my god, Artez and Ninja combining up to get these sick kills. They're going to keep S4 corralled in the base. Shackle Shot Artez is like, I don't even give a damn. We've already gotten your mid set of racks. We can even go top if we want, if we damn well please. Arteezy going to TP back home into the base. Too close for comfort for both of these squads. Dread's going to get caught out. Puppey pops at the Midnight Pulse. Dread goes down. Ninja TP's back in. Puppey is going to get hexed up again. The Shackle Shot, they bring him down. No buyback yet again. S4 getting chased up the right click. And now another Eula Scepter, another Sheep. He's out of mana, but he has the hex up. Arteezy, he can't afford to die here, and he'll go down. The GG is called. 37 minutes in. Are you freaking kidding me? Secret. They throw the game away, but not without some superb play from Ninja on that Tinker, who played absolutely out of his fucking mind. Oh, man.
He really did, man. There's no other way to put it. Like, the item build was... I said it was fun at the beginning because I think Eul's is just a fun item in general, especially on Tinker when you can constantly cast it. That part aside, the Bloodstone Shivas is very, very good because if you saw right there in the middle when they got engaged on after he TP'd in, he got Eul'd up and he got called. And I thought there was a second, I was like, oh no, this is where Tinker's going to be in trouble. But nope, he's got too much HP, he's got too much armor. The call and the damage from Zai at that point did very, very little. And he was just very, very tanky with this build. And then in the top, when you saw that long engagement 1v1 between him and Arteezy, yes, he was getting mana burned by the Necro Creeps and whatnot, and he was actually very low mana, but he had like 18 Bloodstone charges that he was constantly regenerating up so much mana that he had an opportunity for things like Laser or Eul's or whatever. It was just, he snowballed so hard that it didn't matter just how much damage and mana burn was coming out from Arteezy. That Ninja just put on a frickin' clinic right there. And the thing too was that they never really had the potential to kill him, because even say they did like, all right, we're gonna wait here, we're gonna wait for him to TP in, we're just gonna use Black Hole. They can't do that because Silencer is always ready with the silence. So in that sense, it was a nice draft, but I just got to say it was totally taken over single-handedly by Ninja, man. This guy played out of his mind.
Yeah, that was some serious work he did in that mid to late game, and surprisingly at 37 minutes, he styles on the enemy Secret Squad. 14 fantasy points, 728 GPM, 873 XPM, beyond godlike 12, 2, and 16. Another small little note, Group B, every single team is played. They're all 1-1. Everybody is even in Group B. A weird way to start out DotaPit, but that's going to be our last Group B match of the day. But don't fret, we have more coming your way. Group A about to get back underway with Team Tinker versus Asus Polar here in another 2-game series. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Check us out on Twitter at HighGroundTV, HighGround.tv for more information. At Modpex for our stats man, at Pimpmunkle for our production manager, and at TralfDota for our co-casters. So with that being said, also check out the giveaways, bit.ly/DPS3give3 for information on a giveaway, as well as Sapphire's Steam page, giving away 2 compendiums, 2 chests. Highly recommend it. Check it out. And of course, the Twitch season pass as well for DotaPit $6.99. Guys, we'll see you all in the next game. Stick around, everybody.